affiliated, right? You guys wouldn't tell me anyways, right? You wouldn't tell me anyways. That's cool. How about you, Shorty? What are you locked up for? The burglary. What are you locked up for? Burglary? How about you, Shorty? Car theft?
Yeah.
Come on. The gang life probably got you in here. Is that correct? The crowd of people you associate with. Crowd of people that you associate with, you got you in here, man. Man, get yourself together, Shorty, man, you know? Opportunity comes one time. You got an opportunity here. I'm not being a social worker or an advocate, but you gotta get yourself together, man. I ain't gonna change your life, but yourself, man. The gang life, you like to select girls, the cars, and get a job, man. I know it's hard out there, man. But, you know what I mean, Shorty?
Second chances don't come often at Chicago's Cook County Jail. But this morning, a judge cut these teenage felons a break. He ordered them to serve their time under house arrest instead of behind bars.
These individuals here, right here, they're on the way back from court.
For another 10,000 inmates, however, Cook County remains their home until they get transferred to a penitentiary or they're set free.
You affiliated? You're lying, man. Don't lie to me. Just keep it real. I'm not gonna say it. DGD? I've seen guys grow up in it. They come in with no hair on their face. They leave. They're grown men now.
I've been in the system since I was 15 years old. I'm 33 now. It's like a revolving door.
They recognize you. You recognize them, and it's one of those where it's like, what did you do now?
You gotta have informants inside this jail. It's a survival here. My goal here is to have one on each deck. Then I conquered my job.
For CIU investigators, the endless cycle of new inmates at Cook County Jail means their work never ends. The jail represents a key battlefront in Chicago law enforcement's war on gangs and drugs.
The city of Chicago supplies us with probably 95% of our population. And Chicago has an estimated 100,000 gang members.
Our approach here is that the criminal investigation never ends. You come into Cook County Jail and you're conducting yourself in a criminal manner, and we find out about it, we're going to launch an investigation into your activity.
One means of finding out which gang members hold rank and what they're doing is through kites, coded written messages.
Certain gangs have certain openings, and as soon as we see that, we already know who it is. When it says, greetings, family, I come in the vision. GDs, Gangster Disciples, you know already as soon as you open it, this is coming straight from the leader. He's letting every division in the compound know who's in charge and who they have to honor. As soon as we find out somebody else in charge now, we want to make sure we know who he is. It's excellent information for us.
Today, during a routine search, we were able to recover multiple kites. Some of them use signs, symbols, numbers for codes, and we do have the codes to break them.
Intelligence culled from kites and from informants helps the CIU produce one of its most valuable tools, gang hierarchy charts.
We'll put these out on a monthly basis to the superintendents. It just gives everybody a heads up on who has some rank amongst each individual gang. You'll have all the guys' titles, you'll have their nicknames, you'll have their regular names, you'll have where they're housed at on the compound. And this is every gang within the compound.
Our goal is knowing these guys. When we do these, I study the faces. So now I don't forget a face when they come in. See how we can just pick them out.
Hey, how you know my face?
Stay out of trouble, Shorty. You have to be 4 or 5 steps ahead of these inmates. You see, when you go into an interview, you have to know something about somebody, about their organization, because if you don't, he's going to spin you right off the bat.
Besides kites, jailhouse informants are the next best source of gang intel. Yet the process of cultivating informants is fraught with potential pitfalls. Inmates who try to plea bargain with the state's attorney's office don't always offer credible intel.
I like to consider it as 80% BS, 20% truthful. We've got to decipher what is the book and which one isn't.
For CIU investigators, beginning a relationship with a new informant is described as breaking the ice.
We don't really know each other. We're trying to gain trust. We want to make sure we're going to be completely honest with each other. They're trying to give us a little bit and see what we can do with it. And then if it seems like it's working in their best interest, then they'll just give you a little bit more and more every single time.
Today, investigators Adrian Sandoval and Drake Carpenter are going to check out a tip given by a gang-affiliated inmate. The inmate revealed the stash spot for a gun on Chicago's South Side.
The person that gave us this information is real familiar with the Satan Disciples. A lot of times, active gang members conceal these loaded weapons out in the streets, and they keep it in the neighborhood for security. In case any opposition comes into the neighborhood, they're able to run to this spot, have quick access, and defend themselves.
Be advised, you got a group of kids that right up on this block here at the house.
That part.
It's right under the couch. Make it safe. Nothing on the bottom. It's safe.
What you want to also look at is, if you look down the alley where this weapon is being stashed by gangbangers, you got kids down here playing ball.
A lot of individuals are willing to voluntarily turn in weapons as it gives them credibility as far as where we stand. So this is kind of like an icebreaker for a lot of individuals.
Because the informant proved good on his word, his chances of striking a plea bargain with the state's attorney's office just improved.
We've dealt with the state's attorney before working this case, and they're more than willing to give him consideration for whatever he does. I think at this point he's willing to turn in his own family members just to get out of jail.
14 rounds and a half.
This is pretty much an ongoing thing, at least once a week, where we recover weapons. With the crime rate being so high for the city of Chicago, anytime we can remove a weapon, especially of this caliber, from the streets, we pretty much could have saved somebody's life. Fortunately, today the call came through and we were able to get it.